I live in Barcelona. Well, not inside the city anymore because I couldn't stand the pollution. I live in what you would call the cosmopolitan area of Barcelona. When I moved here about 3.5 years ago, one of the main reasons was that I really needed to be in a warmer climate. And I realized how important it was for my well-being to be close to the sea and have access to it on a daily basis. I thought I would go down to the beach almost every day, and that was the plan from the beginning. But I didn't end up doing that. Even though I was living a short walk from the beach, I was happy if I would go there once a month. My work was a 20-minute walk from the sea, but I still wouldn't go. Basically, I was in the office 8 hours a day, and I know I said it took me 1.5 hours to get to work, but it actually took me 2 hours if you're counting the train and the changing. So in total, I would spend 9 hours at work, including lunch, and 4 hours getting there. All I would see of the sea was through the window on the train to work. That is why I decided to go down to the beach.
We're at the beach. It's really nice. The water is cold, but it's very nice. I do apologize for the production value. It's pretty bad sound right now. I could do better, but I'm just thinking, like, I have to do it. I don't have all the gear right now, but I just have to start somewhere. I've tried doing it before, but it didn't really go anywhere. I didn't really do it, so now I'm really doing it. Okay.
I was very optimistic that day. Unfortunately, it took me 1.5 years to actually do it. It's kind of entertaining for me to see this while I'm editing. It wasn't my first and it wasn't my last attempt to start YouTubing. It's harder than one would think to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. But the point is, I didn't stop trying.
Alpha munchies take, I don't know, 7?
I have struggled a lot with trying to figure out how it's going to be, what the name is going to be, whatever. But I think the content is more important than format, and the format will organically shape around the content. And yeah, and that's why today I put on this t-shirt. You don't always need a plan. I don't know if you can see it. You don't always need a plan. But it really does help to have a to-do list. The first thing on my to-do list is cleaning my office.
This is my office. If you have a messy room or a messy apartment or a messy kitchen, it messes with your mind. Living like this made me tired, easily annoyed, and I had a hard time concentrating. And I knew this. Yet, my place still looked like this, over and over again. So it took me the whole day to clean up this mess. And by the evening, it looked like this. I made it into a little cozy office / guest room. Cleaned up the procrastination area and made it into an actual workspace. This palm leaf I found on the beach. Perfect. And I put it into a bottle of orange juice. Well, it's not orange juice in it anymore. This is a little igloo of stuff, of stones that I made. There's a little lamp here. Ooh. Yep, it's very cozy. No, those were not stones. They were Himalayan salt rocks. I know because I licked them. This is what it looked like a couple of weeks later after I accidentally kicked the box they were standing on, and the heat from the lamp and the humidity had its toll on them. I wish I could say that was it, but this is what the apartment looked like 2 months later. Well, it didn't take 2 months for it to look like this, it just took me 2 months to film it. Time and time again, I keep having the same realization, and by now it feels like it's a universal truth. If I leave a little mess unguarded somewhere in the apartment, it usually starts with something small like an empty coffee cup. It will magically attract a bunch of other stuff, and before I know it, the whole place looks like a fucking disaster. But I never seem to learn. The struggle is real indeed.